Good morning, Jake.
Morning, how are you doing?
Great. How are you?
Great, how are you?
Good, thank you. Follow up Friday, right?
Right.
Right?
Mother's Day weekend. Why do I have an echo? Echo, echo, echo.
Could be me, but it shouldn't be coming from me.
No, I think I got rid of it.
Morning, Eva.
Morning. I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Yes, we were, of course, my husband's under me, and they had the TOH. They was coming from his, I don't know how you say it, his account, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, I changed it to couples because there's supposedly the way she told me that we save a little bit of money if I start ordering the TOH as coupled. Okay, so I took my husband's order away from him. So they won't be charging him, okay, right? Did
Yeah.
I do wrong in doing that? And just do it as a couple, but under me, my business instead of his?
Well, the thing is to keep him active. You want to keep him active. You don't have to keep him, you don't have to have that order every month. I do. I have Rob set up every month so I don't forget. I think I've got him set up for the what is it, the protein pack.
Oh,
But-
so long as it's just one? Can that
yeah, protein pack. Yeah, just something to keep him active. And
okay.
so, and something
Yes,
that
because I
will-
just did it about last week, and all of a sudden last night I said, wait a minute, that means he doesn't have anything under him. Oh my God! I said, what did I do?
well, and that's the
You
thing
know,
too.
oh,
With him being under you, you could have had it set up where the couples pack came out like he was buying the couples pack for you guys, and then
okay, that's what I
but
thought then. Okay.
yeah, because your order, as long as you have 150 QB each month, whatever you want to, but that can come from your customers too, I believe, right? So yeah, okay, so yeah, so you
come from customers, but not a business. I'm sorry, I got in here late, but not a business partner.
Oh, okay, so he's a business partner. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
But
Yeah.
I have the $25 potato pack going through mine, like auto. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's keeping me active. Maybe it is because I'm ordering something. But
Yeah.
we run ours out of our business mainly. But I still have mine, and it's just auto, just the potato pack. So I don't.
Right. Just something to keep you active. That's good. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So I have Rob above me, my husband. So I have, I just do something to keep him active, and I don't pay attention to his business because not until mine gets really going well am I going to kick in and work his. So for now,
Okay, so
we're just
in
keeping
other
him
words,
active.
okay, so you're saying, in other words, go ahead and keep him and just take that $25 potato pack under him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably the best thing
I didn't think.
because it's the least amount. I mean, and you need your volume for yourself to make sure you're hitting your 100
Right. QB. Yeah.
feet. So make sure you're doing
Okay.
it
Yeah.
through and then to keep him active, you could, do the $25 potato pack or something that's,
Mm-hmm.
I like that idea, Candace. That's good.
Yeah,
Just to-
I like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, keep him active. Okay, on the potato pack. Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll call him today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
question,
Next.
though.
Yeah.
Good
Next question. Okay.
Yeah.
Next question.
Uh-huh.
When we did the extreme velocity, we sent a bunch of names sending that letter that we had, not the letter, the extreme velocity. Where can I find those names on my phone? Are they still there? Do they disappear? say I sent 30 of them at one time that we're doing the velocity. Where are those names? Where do they go to
Um,
on your phone?
so your history of where you, okay, so what did you send? Uh, or how did you send it? Did you send it through Messenger? If you've got,
Let's see.
if you go onto Messenger, you can see what activity you've done. It goes back forever if you haven't deleted anything. My husband deletes everything. But see, I mean, I've
Okay,
got,
the reason I'm saying that is
go ahead.
the reason I'm saying that is I got into Heidi's deal
Call
last
yesterday?
night,
Mhm.
and the call. Excuse me. And then I said, great. I was looking at my list, and I said, oh, look, I got a list here. These are the ones that I was using under the extreme velocity, and I said I can use those, and you know, and just saying hi, how are you, like she wanted. That's all she wanted us to do. Hi, hello, how are you? And send it. You know, make a copy of it and just paste it on to the next, to the next, and the next. All of a sudden, I'm stuck. My God, I said, all those names that I said, where are they? I could not get anyone back. So I said, what am I doing bad wrong? So that's another one that I needed to ask you.
Yeah, so if you look at your, on Messenger,
Okay,
and
let me see if I
then,
can go back.
yeah, so when you click on Messenger, and then you can click on chats at the
Right.
bottom,
Chat.
and then you can see, you know, then you have where, like you might have something from Kiani Local, and you've got Accountable Achievers where, you know, we've had messages going back and forth, right? And just keep scrolling, and you can see that, you know, here I talked to my sister, here, you know, I talked to my friend that I used to work with, and then there's you know, Beverly that was on the call yesterday, and Elizabeth, I wished her congratulations. You know, it's all the conversations that you've had, and they're dated next to them. So, you know, it starts out, it'll show, like, if it's this week, it shows like it was Thursday or Wednesday or whenever, but then,
Tuesday.
and then as you go down, you know, it might say, you know, April 17th or April 13th. So that's the last conversation you had with those people. So you'd click on it, like, my brother-in-law, I sent him a message on March 27th. And so I can go, you can click on that, and you can see, then you can click on the conversation and see what y'all actually said, see where you left off.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah,
then,
because I see the date now.
yeah.
The last one, like April the 25th and the 4th, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so if you click on one of those, and, you know, somebody that, you know, well, who was the last thing I said to Amber Smith? Well, you know, back on March, I had invited her, back on March 26th, I invited Amber Smith to a Zoom meeting, and she didn't get a chance to hop on. And she fell through the cracks because I didn't respond to her anymore. So.
It's okay. So, all right. So these are the names.
There.
All right.
A lot of events next week. You can invite her again.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
I'm sorry.
If you know who the people are, you can search for their name.
Yes.
At the top, you should be able to search anyone. And then you can see what the conversation, like even if they were in a group with you, like a three-way, or, you know, your conversation you left off with them personally, just you and them.
Right. Now, Eva, what she's talking about, when you go to chats, at the top, if you scroll back all the way up to the top, there's a search bar.
All right, hold
on. You could just type in the person's name. And then you can see no,
Okay, but the way she was saying is, no, just keep, just make a copy like we did before, and paste, and go to the next, go to the next, go to the next, go to the next. So without
right.
having to search each name, is this
Well,
possible?
if you've got it saved as if you've copied the script, and it doesn't
Uh-huh.
matter where you copy the script from,
Mm-hmm.
and you can paste it. You can I can click on Jan Brent, click on Jan Brent, and paste, and then go use the back arrow and go to Jeff Penzo and paste, and use the back arrow, Tom Barnett, paste. So you're still pasting that same thing, and that's your list of people. It's on Messenger.
And then they'll all come up to the top because you messaged them all today.
Right, right. Then it's gonna, did you catch that? It's gonna update because you've got a current conversation with those people, so that's gonna come back up to the top of your feed.
Ah, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. But
okay.
that's your list basically that you're working, because that's all your conversations are going on right there in Messenger. So
Okay, right here on chat.
yeah.
Okay. Oh my God, I think I overdid it on me, trying to figure out what the heck I was doing, and I don't know why in my mind I thought it had on the side the word send. You can send it to this person, and I said, oh my goodness, but it's not working, and I tried that, and I got off of it. It's going crazy. I said, but I
Yeah.
did this
Well,
before.
you hit paste, whatever it is you want to do. And then once that's in there, you got to send that, you got to click the arrow or whatever to make it go to them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But yeah.
But I
So
felt so bad that I couldn't do it. And she said, well, I'm looking at the people that send it through the phone. I can see it here. And I said, oh my God. I said, I don't know where I'm at. And when you panic, I can't think. I said, what in the
well,
world?
and that's sometimes, when you can mute what's going on there.
Uh-huh.
Or you can step away or you can log out for a minute. I mean, especially if you're
Okay.
just doing work, and then get
Uh-huh.
back in it when you catch up and see what they're doing next. I was on it yesterday right up until the part. I had a fence guy come by the house, but yeah. So she was talking about, and I did some screenshots too of some of the script that she was using, which it was the same thing that got Claire, her new person last week, on, because of making those contacts and just using the script. And so, of course, it all starts with, hey, how's it going? Or hey, what, depending on who you're talking to, and she cracks me up because she's like, hey bro. I'm like,
Yeah.
but it's just the different people of how they talk
Uh-huh.
to them. So
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, well, I understand that, but because in my mind I had the list, I said, well, I know we sent all these people the list, and I was looking at them. I said, this is what I sent. This is referring to the extreme velocity that we did before. And I said,
yeah,
well, I have these names. Where are they? And that's when I couldn't find them. And then I said, well, maybe I need to go through them individually on Facebook. And I try that. And I said, well, that's not
no,
going to
go
get
through
me
them individually
anywhere.
go through
Mm-hmm.
them individually on Messenger and see the
Uh-huh.
ones that you need to follow up with and see where the conversations ended. Just like I said, that one person that I
Mm-hmm.
clicked on, that the last conversation was March. I invited her to
Uh-huh.
something in March. I haven't
Uh-huh.
talked to her since March. Here
Mm-hmm.
it is May, and I haven't talked to her. I haven't said anything else to her. So look at those conversations and
Okay.
see where you need to follow up,
Mm-hmm.
and don't get all wrapped up with, I've got to copy and paste and send,
Yeah.
to
Well,
a
that's what
bunch of
happened.
people. Just go back through
Uh-huh.
and follow up. with, where the conversations left off, even from the velocity, the extreme velocity. You can go back to those people and say, hey, a lot's happened since whenever that was, February, the last, yeah, a lot's happened since then. How are you doing?
Hey, another thing, when you go in the search bar, if you type in extreme velocity, it can capture if you said extreme velocity in your comment. Or I just typed it in and I sent somebody that script for extreme velocity, and it came up to that person.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, here it is. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. It's coming up.
So anybody that I typed or that script to, it came up.
Okay. Do you still advise that even though we send a project extreme velocity, to go ahead and resend it and say, hi, how are you all over again?
No.
Like at the...
No. I would pick up the conversation where he left off. Or something that doesn't sound so, I don't know, like you've, I don't know. You can say, hey, how's it going? I wanted to check in on you with, everything that's going on or whatever. You can pick up a conversation again, but, I wouldn't start fresh because you've already had some conversation with them.
Okay, so that was my point,
Yeah, but you can make it, you can make it your own, Eva, and then just copy that and paste it. It's like, make it, something that comes from your heart, and you type it out, and when you type it out, then save it, just by copying it, and then you can send it to the next person too. It's like, this sounds good. I'm going to send it to, 5 more people, and then I might change it up, and 5 other people get a different one, or guys get this script, girls get this script. People that you worked with get this script. People that you go to church with get this script. Make it your own. And so good questions though.
Eva?
Yes.
I would probably, if I'm you, since the last conversation was extreme velocity, I would just say, hey, just a quick update, Susie. The Extreme Velocity project in Houston is going gangbusters. It's a lot of growth for our Houston team. But I really wanted, as far as an update, but I really wanted to check back with you and just see how you're doing. So you can give them an update and say things are going really well. But really, the reason I'm contacting you is because you don't leave them hanging. If your last conversation had extreme velocity, just let them say, hey, give me a quick update. Things are going really well. Our team is really growing here in Houston, and wanted to let you be aware of that. But I'm really contacting to see how you're doing through this quarantine. How things are going for you? Is there anything I can pray for you?
I love that. I love that, Rob. That's very good.
Okay. That makes sense because, okay. All right. Yeah, because I found one, like Candace said, found one that says extreme velocity. I just found it. And that was going to be my next question. From what do I do from there? Okay. That's a good one, Rob. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm writing it down. That's great, Rob.
I think most cell phones, like even through text messages, if you didn't message them on Messenger, you can type that as well, and through like your cell phone, like if you go to your messages and not, I have a little magnifying glass, and I clicked on it, and if I type in extreme velocity, if I had wrote that, it would come up with any conversation that has those words in it.
Yeah,
So
this one came out.
Same thing, if you didn't text, like maybe you texted somebody instead of Messenger, same thing, you can look up conversations through that.
Okay, it doesn't have
invite if you said Kyani or what event. You could type in anything and find conversations that you talk to somebody.
Okay, it doesn't have to be just the name. Okay, very good. All right, appreciate it.
Old-fashioned way like I do and just write it on a notebook and put a date. I contacted them.
Yeah.
And I can go back to them And
Yeah, and Eva, I know you've got contacts listed in your notebooks, and that's another thing too. If you've got those contacts, and then you can go to your messenger and search for that name, and kind of look and see what your last conversation was with them, even though it might have been on the phone. It might have been on the phone, and you wrote it down in your notebook, and so
Mhm.
you could contact them on Messenger and say, hey, how's it going? I just wanted to check in with you, or depending on what the last conversation was. But yes,
Uh-huh.
great. So don't
Yeah.
feel like you've got to go back to the same way that you reached out to them before, or
Mhm.
a
Okay.
certain group of people. If you want to contact a certain group of people, fine. But if you don't, don't feel like you have to reach out to this group. But if
Mm.
you want to, you can say, okay, today I'm going to reach out to everybody in my Bible study class, or everybody that I know from church, or everybody that, whatever.
Mm.
But you can, separate it like that. But don't get weighted down with, the thing is, don't get weighted down with trying to figure it out.
Mhm.
Instead,
I think it's what
yeah,
happened to me last night, right?
yeah, don't get
Okay.
weighted down with that. Get
Mhm.
weighted, just focus on the activity. And it's like, okay,
Okay.
if it's not working, if I can't figure out how to get to certain people, who can I find? Okay, well, so and so just popped up on here. To me, there's a reason that so and so just popped up on here. I need to reach out to that person. So that's who I'm going to send the message to, and then just keep going from there. And
Uh-huh.
but
another thing
don't get bogged down in the technical stuff.
Another
Uh,
thing you can do is you can go to on your chat, you go to people, it's chat and then they got people. And those are people that are actually active at that time. Like right now I have 87 friends are people that are active right now. And that way you know that they're gonna see it. Well, if they're active online, they'll see it right away. And I think we had that in a training before too, where you
yeah,
and comment to the people that are active. Because sometimes
yeah.
that doesn't really go to Messenger that often, they may never get your message.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah. So Eva, what she's talking about, where you click on chat, instead of clicking on the chats and going down to the dates and the history that you've got, click on people. And when you
Okay. And
click on,
if I click on people, I get pictures.
right, and you get a
Okay.
green dot next to them.
And those are
Uh,
people that are actually online right now that you could actually, and especially when you're doing those things with Heidi, it's like
uh-huh.
got to do with people that are online, and that's the best. That's the way I do it. And then you
And that might have been,
Oh.
and
your
that may
history.
have been exactly what she was talking about, Claire, because the people, being online, you can just send out messages to them right then. But the thing is too, don't send them out if you're not sure who they are, because you might have the first 15 people might be people that are in Kiani with you doing the same call.
Right, you got
So
to know that. That's right. You got to know the people's names. You got to know who
yeah,
sent it
No,
to.
well, I don't know any of these people here at all. Like I said, all this is all new people because remember, don't forget my age. I don't have any new people. They all, it's from my hometown. I don't know anybody else that, all my people that were, my people at work, all of us, they're employed. That building is closing up, but I don't have a list of where they are or what happened to them or anything like that because I didn't send anything
But
on that.
Eva, I
On
think
that.
it was Rob that was saying that Brooks,
Uh-huh.
Kirsty Brooks, she has built her business entirely on the cold market. So really nobody that she knows personally has she sponsored.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
we just need to get good at figuring out the verbiage and the process of, going. And I think with her, I think it was more numbers than anything,
Mm.
so you just have to go out and look for the right people that are looking.
Oh.
So
Okay.
we can do it. We can absolutely do it. And even on LinkedIn and Facebook, I think, that's going to be a whole new opportunity right there. So don't get discouraged.
Right, and
Mhm.
Facebook
Okay.
and groups and stuff like that. And that's okay. Bottom line, that's what we're doing, Eva. And is getting to know people. You find you strike up conversations with them in groups, on Facebook groups, or you carry those conversations. It might be a friend of a friend on your Facebook page, where
Mhm.
they're making a comment about your friend, and it's something that interests you, and then you start having a conversation with that person, and then y'all become friends, right? So then it's
Mhm.
just keeping track of that, and remembering who that person is. So when you go back through and you want to reach out to them on Messenger and have a conversation with them, it's like, okay, just make a list of those people and how you know them. Well, not necessarily how you know them either, because I've got some that I do not know. I just know that we have some mutual friends, and I have no idea how I met this lady in Las Vegas, but we've become friends. And for all I know, I went to school with her. I just don't know her. I don't remember her. But
Hey, Eva, I got one other thing here. This goes back to Casey's training the other night.
Mhm.
I'd had some counseling before, and one of the things guys said that expectation is the architect of all frustration. And that's what kind of Casey started his talk out the other night. He was talking about how we have these expectations. Now
Mhm.
think of it this way. Think if you walked into a room and there, 200-300 people in there. You're going to try to have conversations with a few, right? And some people you might really resonate with, but not very often. I mean, and
Mhm.
that's what
Mhm.
we're looking for. We're looking for people that are like-minded, that are hungry, that are wanting more out of life. Okay, not everybody's going to be that way. So even out of that room, out of 200-300 people that you might talk to, you're just
Mhm.
trying to find one or two people that you resonate with. So, I just connected with that person so well. She was just, or he, whoever, was just, I need to get to know that person more, and then you start asking a lot more questions. So understand when you're doing a cold market, that's kind of what you're going to come across. You're going to have to just go through numbers, and you're trying to meet, 200-300 people in a room. You're just trying
Mhm.
to go through and find somebody that you can connect with. And hopefully, as Zig Ziglar said, people do business with you if they like you. So
Right. Right.
build
Right.
a relationship, build a friendship, and see if they're like-minded. See if they want. And if they don't, that's okay.
Mhm.
Just like you said, we can always love on them. They might lead you to somebody else. They might say, well, listen, because most people, as we all know, I'm being redundant here. People don't say no to this business. They say no to what they think they have to do.
They
They're
they
just not
they have to
educated. And
do.
so people will say, no, that's not for me. But I know my friend Jack over, he's really like that. He's probably the kind of person you need to talk to. So again, a good friendship, even though they might not become a business partner, can still lead you to somebody else.
Mhm. Yeah, I like what he said on Casey. I listened to him, so I have to go back and replay it. Actually, yeah, he had. Oh, yeah. I
Well,
mean,
he
he
was just
woke me up.
a lot of his things
Uh-huh.
was with his started off. He prefaced his whole teaching on expectations, and not to get frustrated from it. We have all these
Mhm.
expectations. He's talked about his little son and how the higher expectation, if things didn't go his way, the reality didn't go his way, then he threw a bigger fit, right? So it's just trying to adjust our expectations and understand that there's going to be rejections and people we don't connect with.
Right. Right. Mhm. Okay. Great. Appreciate
yeah,
that.
You're
we're in
welcome.
the relationship business. So, just remember that too. Just, meeting people, having conversations with them, and yeah, don't get wrapped up, don't get overwhelmed by the, uh, um, I don't know, all the details.
Mhm.
Be comfortable with what you're doing.
Uh-huh.
I
Okay.
don't want you to get, I don't want you getting stressed out over, it's nothing to get
Yeah.
stressed out over. I want you to be
Yeah.
comfortable
Yeah.
building relationships.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the reason why I was so stressed out is that, well, what happened? Again, I went back to the name. What happened to all my names? I could have sent, copy and paste, but it like that you said, you don't want to say
Yeah.
the same thing when you already sent the extreme velocity. So yeah, okay,
Right.
I got it.
So,
Yeah.
so even though, okay, I know Claire's doing this starting over and it's amazing. Okay. But,
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
that's not for everybody either. And so, if you've already, got this thing going this direction and you've got some good conversations going, when they're saying, okay, reach out to 15 more people, you can reach out to, a few more people if you want to, or you can go back through and continue those conversations with the people, that are good conversations are going, and check back up with them, follow up with them, do, what needs to be done there. Keep in mind when they're doing a lot of these things, we've got a lot of new people out there. There are a ton of new people. They have never heard to reach out to 10 people a day. They may have never heard to, sit down and, like we did in Salt Lake City, reach out to 100 people. Those are, these are, a lot of these people are new people that Heidi's talking to, and they don't know. So, but we've done some of that already. So
Right.
what we've done too. And then add some more, add some more. If those are dead weight and they're not doing anything, add some more people that you need to reach out to. And that would be on that people page. So.
Also, if I could plug in something on holidays, I always make a note. A lot of people post just a one mass thing on Facebook. I do an individual one to all my contacts, or all the ones that I did for Easter. Oh my God, it was almost 200 people. I just said Happy Easter. And then when they reply, it gets overwhelming though, like it did in Salt Lake, if you remember, Kathy.
Yeah.
However, I did Easter and I'm thinking, why the hell am I doing this? Guess what? I got some contacts in there, so I have some conversations going with them, and they're ongoing, So guess what? We got Mother's Day. Why a Mother's Day wish to the people that are mothers, and it could be a lot. It could be, I'm not going to do as many this time, but just key people that you just genuinely want to wish them a happy Mother's Day. Go from there, and that builds that conversation and builds that, because there's people that I've known. I have a lot of people on there that I haven't seen in a long time, and since we can't get together, because before I was shooting for getting a face-to-face, like a happy hour or coffee, that's not happening now. So now I gotta do it online, and then I'm using, once I do the communication with them and reconnect, then I'm sharing the script that Heidi has, and then hey, after I'll go back to them like a day later. I was thinking about blah, 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 and I go to that part. So that's just one way to go in and kind of do a mass message to people. That's
now that I do.
So,
we keep saying it. It's a matter of fact, two of my friends already sent me a little video or a little phrase or something about Mother's Day coming up and all that other stuff. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And you can start a conversation. So what do you have plans for the day? Are you going to be able to see your children? And, and then next week, when we're having a grandma, if they're grandma, say, hey, we got a grandma code, and send one of those videos. I like the one, Karen, is she on here? The one that Karen posted yesterday. I wish I'd seen it, because I would have definitely posted it on Facebook. She did a grandma code, and I liked it.
I saw that. I like that too.
I was trying to copy it so I could copy it for this week, so I could copy it.
And we need to keep Karen in our prayers. I don't know if she reached out to anybody else. Somebody found her brother, I guess, was dead in his apartment, and so she's dealing with that right now. So I know. So I guess her and her siblings are having to take care of the estate and everything. So that was, I think it was on Friday, Thursday, Wednesday that happened. So
yeah, she wasn't on yesterday or today.
Yeah. So let's keep her in our prayers.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
So that's just my 2 cents on that.
Yeah. And even when you are talking to somebody, you know, it's like Claire said, you don't, not everything has to be said right there at that, in that conversation. You know, you can always go back and say, hey, you know, I was thinking about you, and, you know, this is what I, you know, was thinking. And, you know, maybe it was something that they had mentioned in, you know, about just their health, you know,
Mhm.
diabetes or something. You don't have to like jump into it right then and there. You can always come back and say, you know, I was thinking, and when you were talking about, you know, your health, you know, I think I might have something that might help you.
Mhm.
And, you know, just so it's not so overwhelming. You know, it's sometimes when, um, like if we try to bring it up too quick, it feels like it's, you know, a sales
Salesy,
call.
salesy, exactly.
So,
Uh-huh. Okay.
you know, we can always go back to them and say, you know, I was just thinking, you know, I have something that might help you. You know, if you're interested, I can send you some information.
And you can
Okay.
also say, I have a friend, I talked to another friend today, and you know, when she mentioned blah, 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 arthritis or whatever, and mentioned
Uh-huh.
doing that, you know, I was thinking that maybe you should take a look at it. So make it like it's somebody else instead of you. And that way they won't think that you're trying to sell something to them.
Right.
Exactly.
And
Oh, okay.
Heidi covered that yesterday too. And I was glad, you know, it's like, don't, you know, it, don't mention it all in the same sentence or in the same conversation, because they're going to think, well, that's why she reached out to me.
Right.
So make it, you know, spread it out, have the conversations, build a relationship,
And it's
and
sad
then
that we have to learn how to have conversations and be friends. But
Mhm.
I'm horrible. I am
Yeah.
the worst. And I'm
Yeah.
not even kidding. I'm the worst of, you know, just reaching out to check on somebody, you know.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so this is a whole new learning experience for me too. Yeah, I'm good at
Yes.
sales, you know, I can sell, but
Uh-huh.
the relationship, this is something that is new for me. And,
Mhm.
you know, learning how to, you know, have relationships, you know, that just
Right. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
for so long, you know, I was just so in my own world, you know, I wasn't, all I could think about was taking care of, you know, my family and myself, you
Mhm.
know, let
Mhm.
alone everybody else.
Yes.
But,
Right.
you
Yes.
know, but I mean, truly, it's just being a friend and reaching out and checking on them and, you know, seeing how they're doing.
Okay. Yes, because I have a cousin, well, not too close of a cousin, but anyway, in Harlingen, where I am from, just found out that he was going to be on his way to Houston this week, no, last week, and he has cancer, liver cancer.
Mm.
Uh-huh. His name is Manuel, and I'm texting back. I don't know the difference between texting and emailing. Anyway, um, and I said, Manuel, when are you coming to the MD Anderson Hospital? And he said, oh, he says he's being canceled because of the virus. And I said, well, keep me posted.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I said. I didn't want to go
Yep.
into anything. Okay,
Yep.
so now what? Do I just leave it as keep me posted until he gets back to me in
Maybe in a
order for
week,
me?
say reach out again.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Rob.
To reach out again, here's what I would go. Do you have access? Do you have it in your library somewhere? Mark Hedrick's 8-minute video on cancer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. As a matter of fact, Michelle had sent it to me. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what I would say. Say, listen, I know that you're in a holding pattern right now because this COVID, but I came across something that I thought might be of interest to you. I'm not going to promise anything, but I thought it could at least give you some hope. Okay. And a lot of people on you, when you've got, you know, something like that knocking at your
Mm-hmm.
door, you're like fearful of everything. You're just like, oh, what am, you know, so to give him a little hope. Say, listen, I want to reach out to you today. If I think you said it's your brother, whoever it was, and just say, listen, I came across something and it was pretty amazing. I hope you listen to him. He's a biochemist. He's a clinical chemist, and he spent many years in cancer research. So again, like we always do, edify Mark a little bit, give a little bit about Mark's story. But so this is amazing what he had to share, and I thought it could possibly give you some hope.
Oh, great. Yes, yeah, great. All right. That would be encouraging for him. Yes. Okay.
One thing I want to follow up on with what Kathy said a little earlier in the call. She mentioned reaching out to like a Bible study group.
Right.
I know we're copy and pasting for efficiency, but one thing you need to be careful of, if you copy and paste the same message to 12 or 13 people in that group, some people will talk to each other and they're going to say, did you get that? She just spamming me,
Spam,
So
yeah.
I would say if you're reaching out to a select group of friends, to change the wording up, verbiage a little bit, move a sentence around, get your point across, but I wouldn't copy and paste the 12 or 13 people in your Bible study group the same message. That's you're going to end up getting busted, and then your credibility's zero.
Yes.
That's good idea, Rob. And also, if you know these people, ask, well, how's Ed doing, or their husband, or what, and add something personal, because that way it's tailored to them personally.
Right.
Exactly.
It's all about being personable.
And the last thing I'm going to cover, I don't know if Heidi covered this on her training because I didn't get to see it. I was rather busy yesterday. But one thing they brought up at the regional, the last Dallas regional I went to, is a lot of us out there talking, don't mind talking to somebody, but when you have an ulterior motive, you're trying to get around to something, and you might talk to them for 30 minutes, and then finally you bring it up, and then another person said, "Is that the only reason why you called? This is what they know that you have an ulterior motive." So one of the people in the audience, one of the group that were sitting there, it was a small training group, said, "Listen, I get that out of the way right up front." I call them and say, "Listen, the reason I'm reaching out to you is such and such, but honestly, I want to find out how Max is doing, or how's your sister, or whatever." Again, like she just said, make it personal. Claire's talking about everybody, Michelle, everybody's talking about making it personal. So if you want to get that monkey off your back right up front, tell them the purpose of this call is because I've got some exciting news to tell you. I got something about a project, or, we have an international convention coming up, and, they're allowing other people to come in. You can tell them right up front what the purpose is, but put that on the back burner and say, but first thing I want to do is let's just have a conversation. What's going on with you? How things are going? Is there something I can pray for you? Get real with them, but go ahead and let them know there is an ulterior motive, and let's get that up front. Say, okay, but then get into the personal.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah. And people respect that, especially if you're calling, hey, the reason why I'm calling is blah, blah, blah. Do you have a minute? If you get it out there right up front, and then they're like, well, I don't have time right now. I got to take little Susie to the school, whatever. Then, when would you have a minute? Because, I wanted to go over some things with you, or whatever. So I like to give them the reason why you're calling up front. That way, they do you and ask, do you have a few minutes? This only takes a couple of minutes.
Exactly.
And then have those conversations on, so how is little Susie doing? She's still dealing with whatever. Have those more meaningful conversations there, especially if you have those, notes where you remember, or you remember their previous situation. Maybe they, the dog was sick or whatever. Try to address those things and be a friend. So yeah, very good, Rob. I like that. And I always like just, it's kind of like Michelle said, I'm more state your business and get off the phone kind of person. I am.
Yeah, I think we all
Who
do
has time for
somewhere
all
or
this
another,
relationship stuff?
Yes. So, Michelle, I am so very with you on that. It's not that we don't care. Don't get me wrong. It's not that we don't care, because we care.
Right.
But it's the way that we come across as, and I've been told many times, you know, you need to spend a little more time with people. Okay.
I have one more nugget for y'all that I
Okay.
thought about
Okay.
when Rob was talking. Thank you, Rob. You got some good stuff, and I didn't write things down. I should have. But also, when someone kind of writes you off because they kind of read that you're what you're up to, I guess so to speak, don't stop communicating. I mean, still go and just, but just don't mention Kyani at all, or mention whatever your agenda was at that point. Still check on them, how the kid's doing. I had one that I felt like I threw up on her a few times, and I said, you know what, I need to back off. Well, she just had another baby. She's got like 4 or 5 kids. How are you doing with this, you know, being the mom and doing, and she was telling me how she's doing taking the real estate classes. I said, you are amazing. I just, you know, you build them up and you let them know that, God, I can't believe, you know, and I understand that you can't get on this call tonight now, you know, and then, so I'm still talking to them and still loving on them because even though they said no. So remember that. Don't just write them off because then they think that, you know, God, that's all she wanted was just, you know, she's not really my friend. So, so that's
Claire's the best at that, and just dripping on people and checking in on them, making sure that they're okay. And I mean, that's what she did for me for a year. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I feel like, you know, when I grow up, I want to be just like Claire.
Me too. And I want to be just like Eva.
Well, can I say the same thing when I grow up?
Yeah.
I want to be like you.
Right. Well,
It's
all the
wonderful.
moms
That
on
was
the
great.
call, y'all have a happy Mother's Day weekend.
I have a challenge before we hang up.
Okay.
I challenge y'all to get at least one guest on our ILA next week. Get one guest to experience. I mean, if it's somebody that's kind of like on the fence, get one at least. I got 2 so far.
Oh,
Yay.
wonderful.
Nice.
And like Mark Davenport said the other day, it's an investment in your business. I paid for theirs. It was $29. I paid for theirs. And so just put it out there. Get one guest on there. Tell them this is what the excitement's about. So and these 2 people, the one that just became a customer that got the couples pack, she is so excited. I think she's another reason why I feel so excited because I have someone that's excited.
Yeah.
And it's contagious. And I have the other one that I've been working on that works with me. So those 2 are my guests. So get one guest if you can.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's $29 for each guest.
$29 for each guest.
Okay.
Okay.
It's behind, you know, they get to see what we see. And that way they could feel what we feel. Because I get excited at ILA, any of the big conferences. So
Yeah.
Claire, are you going to take time to watch that live stream with them, or are they coming to your house? Are you going to go over there? I mean, how are you going to work that?
No, they're going to have to watch it, you know, because of things now, you know. But
Social distancing. Yeah.
but definitely, I got to commit. Of course, I got a commitment from them first, and said, you know, are you going to be able to have time? I have I'm able to, I made it like they're opening it up to a few guests and made it like it was just an exclusive VIP thing. And I said, and I can get a hold of a ticket for you if you're really interested in checking it out. And that excited my friend Alma, the one that is my new customer. And she's like, God, yes. And she's got like 4 kids. I don't know how she's going to do it, but I know because of the way she said it, her conviction, and she's very excited, she's going to be on there. And I told her, I said, you know, you don't have to be on there the whole time. Just get a taste of it.
Yeah. Now, too, I'm glad it was something you said. It was a hint of Eric Worre. So guys, and you can tell Heidi and Miles are all into Eric Worre right now because they went to GoPro, and I can tell they've spent some quality time with Eric Worre because of some of the training that I'm hearing them do. And Heidi mentioned yesterday on her call, is like, okay, are you for sure? And that's Eric Worre. So check out that chapter in the book in in GoPro where he talks about inviting, because you know, you don't want to spend $29 if they're not for sure going to be on the call, right? So, you know, I would check out that.
Me personally, I'm not spending $29 on them, period, unless I know they have to buy it and then I'll reimburse them. I liked what Davenport said, you know, take them to dinner, say, hey, you come watch this thing I want you to watch, and I'll take you, we'll go out and have a nice steak dinner. What's $29 to me? You know, he says, I'll just go buy him a good steak dinner. So offer him something in exchange, or say, hey, once I know that you bought your ticket and you watched it, I'll be glad to refund your money. But I'm not going to spend my money and have somebody no-show me and waste $29. You buy it yourself, and I'll reimburse you.
Okay. Yeah, that's terrific too.
Excellent. Yeah.
About that. Good idea, Rob.
Yeah.
I've had too many people ghost me, and I'm not going to waste $29 at this point in time to do that. So, like I said, I'll take them to dinner, or I'll do something else for them. But you know, if they want a straight $29 cash, I'll give them back $29 cash.
I can't even get them on the free stuff.
Well, and it's true. You know, once you see, and that's like we've talked about, giving out the 7-day packs and stuff like that. No, don't do it. You know, the only way that you'll give out a 7-day pack, and even you know, one thing that you can do is still not give it out free, but if you want to get them started right away, and they go ahead and sign up to get the Triangle of Health, you know, 30-day online, and you know, in a situation where they're right there in front of you, all right, you know what, if you want to get started right away, because it's going to take a few days for this to come in, and who knows, with the corona stuff, it might take 4 or 5 days. So if you want to get started on it right away, you know, I can give you this for $20, you know, and that's a discounted price. So, and that way you can get started now. And
now, although I will say that Claire did share with my mom, who was not going to take it because she's just who she is, I found it on her counter, and you know, I was like, what's this? So
occasionally it falls into the right hands.
Exactly.
That destiny. I call that destiny. And
absolutely. So that little box changed my life.
And lack of experience, because I was only in the business, maybe a month at the most.
Yeah.
So definitely, I've had a lot to learn, and we always do. I'm still learning. It's been almost
we're all learning.
Yeah. So, and I'm still doing things that I probably should have rethought about it, you know, but you know, guess what?
Yeah. Well, Sears repairman that I ran out the door the other day, I had already given him a sample pack.
I still want to hear that story.
Huh?
I still want to hear that story.
I know it.
I got a second opinion and got a much better deal. So, but my refrigerator is still not working.
Oh no.
Yeah, they had to order parts, but I got a much better deal with the second guy. So, anyway.
Well.
I take it he was thrown out because he was insulting your intelligence.
A little of that, and he was, we'll just say that.
Yeah, I'm trying to be.
You're so keeping it to yourself.
Yeah. But I did that. I did that 7-day pack for almost 2 years. But the thing is that I went back and had to go pick them up because I found out that they were not using them. And I said, oh my God. And after that, Casey said, no, don't ever do that. I said, oh my God, well, I did everything wrong. Anyway, the first 3 years. Yeah.
Really can't do it wrong because you know what? Like I said, Claire dropped it off to my mom. That would have been, you know, out of the goodness of her heart was in that to go and help my mom, not to sell her something. And I know that for a fact. And, you know, so God kind of switch things around. And we do need to pray for my mom. She's going in Sunday for scans and blood work to see what this immunotherapy has been, if it's been effective. So big prayers for her on Sunday.
Okay.
It's Mother's Day.
Okay.
Good.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So, and then we'll find out Monday what it's doing and where to go from there. So I'm praying for the cure, or not the cure, but the miracle that I've been praying for almost 4 years, well, over 4 years. So this is a pretty big deal. So once she is cured of cancer or in remission, I'm going to have her butt on Kyani. I don't care if I have to go over there and force feed it to her in the morning, every morning. She is going to get on it, whether she likes it or not. So
Yeah.
just be
Terrific.
praying for us.
Well,
Absolutely.
as we close out the call, I just want to thank the group. I mean, Jake and Terry and everybody else that comes in on occasions. The thing that was said just a few minutes ago, that we all learn differently, and we're all taking in different sources, whether it be Eric Worre, whether it be, we have all the different mentors, Casey and other people to listen to. But we all have our own interpretations, and to share it, this is what a mastermind group is, this accountable achiever. So thank you for letting me plug in, but it's good to hear Claire or Kathy or Michelle or Terry or whoever, interjects to hear their viewpoint, to add a little something else to my toolkit. So I just want to tell everybody thank you.
Thank you for
Awesome.
your good
Thank
advice
you.
too,
We're glad
Rob.
you're here. You're great.
And we appreciate you being here, Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Rob, you add a lot to the call for sure, buddy. We
Thanks
appreciate it.
everybody.
Yeah.
And we're all still growing and learning. So don't get discouraged, Eva. No, I mean, we are seriously, because you bring up a lot of good questions that, that some people just, we don't really think about. So, we have to always stay in phase one, and, that's where that's where it's going to keep duplicating. You know what I mean? So, don't get discouraged.
Okay.
And
All right. Appreciate all your good advice.
I
all
can't
of
wait
y'all.
till we can all get together and
Ah,
sit down
okay.
and work together again as a group.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
well, I hate to say this, but I got another on the letter that I sent for the genealogy.
Oh, no, I saw that.
Again, yeah, it was denied, but they keep saying that because I didn't turn it in 30 days after I got in, which was, my God, that was 4 years
I
ago.
know.
I said, that's crazy. I said,
You know what?
we were okay with under Lee, Eric Lee. Why would I change then?
I would just
So,
keep on sending it until they relent.
yeah.
Yeah, I would honestly, Eva, you should send it and just say that the reasons have changed. If I would have done it within the first 30 days, that would have been a reason. But now, because I don't have any upline support, and I have another team I can tie into, that's the reason why keep sending you this letter.
Yep.
Yep.
I put that on my letter that Mr. Alex Lee was no longer there, but he just quit about, what was it, a year and a half ago, maybe not quite
That
two.
long.
And I said, I was doing great. I said, I didn't need it to move. But I don't think they reading my letter. I think they're just sticking to the 30-day rule.
It's got to get to somebody that's got some authority.
Yep.
That's my point. I was going to bring up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Address it to Travis. Start
That's
sending
what you know what? Who just said
There
that?
you go.
I was just thinking that, Terry.
Why waste time here? Send Travis 6 messages, 6 emails a week, and send
There
him
you
3
go.
letters a week until you get the result you want. I'm telling you.
And that reminds me of The Third Door, the book I'm reading. How many times did the Alex go through to get all those interviews? I mean, he was
Yes.
crazy what he went through. The book, if y'all haven't read it, Third Door is really good. I'm almost done with it.
Yep.
That's
Really, really
great.
Grab that
That-
book. I need it.
Yeah. And
That's a good point, Terry. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, so I love that. Very good. The idea that send it to Travis.
Yeah. Because they
I'll tell you, Eva,
Uh-huh.
it wouldn't hurt to send it to Skylar also.
Okay, good.
He was instrumental in the change that I got to make. So,
Oh, that's awesome.
like I said before, just don't give up. Just keep sending it.
Right.
Because that is the party line. That
That's
is what they're
right.
supposed to tell you,
Give up
is that it's not going to happen because it's outside your 30 days. We all know it can happen, and it just has to, you just have to keep, going forward, just like everything else. Those no's don't affect us. We keep going.
Yep.
Mhm.
Be
Yeah.
persistent until you get the the yes.
Yes.
Do
Okay.
you
I would
have
let Beverly give
the
up back when she was trying to give up, right, Bev?
I'm
That's
sorry.
right.
I wouldn't let Beverly give up when she was.
Oh, yeah, right. That's what you said, right? Yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
think about
And even I have talked, and it did take many, many, many months. It was very, very, very discouraging.
Yes.
Mhm.
wow.
There
Well,
are
we
great-
know it can be done, so we're not going to give up. So if you have any emails that you can forward to us, that would be helpful, Beverly. I don't think I have Skylar's email or Travis's. So
No, I don't either. Mm-mm.
And Eva, keep this in mind. I mean,
Mhm.
in life, endurance is probably the most valuable characteristic you can have. There are people in the Hall of Fame for every sport who really have no talent. They just never quit. They tried
Mhm.
harder than anybody else and they didn't quit. There
Mhm.
are people who have, we think they're better than we are, but there's nobody that's better than you are.
Mhm.
They're just in a higher position, or they may make a little more money, or they may dress a little fancier, but that doesn't make their worth any higher than yours. So when you ask for something and you know it's the right thing to ask for, just don't give up on yourself. It's all about, about believing in whatever the cause is that you're pursuing. If you're doing it for the right reason, don't ever quit. It's just that simple.
and if
you'll
anybody
find
has
results.
persistence, I would say Eva definitely wins out. Absolutely, 100% hands down.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Eva, my affirmations for you today, your affirmation words today are perseverance,
Yes.
consistency,
Yep.
Mhm.
discipline.
Mhm.
I mean, you need to say, I am. Everything you put, I am, your brain just follows. So I am disciplined. I am
Mhm.
going to persevere, just like Terry just got through saying.
Mhm.
I'm not going to quit. So your positive affirmations, that's what you need to be saying today. Write them down and say them.
Okay.
And
Oh my God. Go
when the
ahead.
dark side of your mind says, I can't do it, just tell your dark side of your mind to shut up.
There you
Right?
go.
That you're going to do it anyway, because it's
That's
going to
right.
talk to you. They always do.
Embarrassed.
Oh,
Very
thank
good.
you. Thank you all. Go ahead.
Okay, guys, I love y'all, and all you mothers out there, happy Mother's Day this
Yeah,
weekend.
happy
Happy
Mother's Day,
Mother's
lady.
Day.
Yeah,
Happy
thank
Mother's
you.
Day.
You too.
Y'all have a
Everybody.
terrific weekend.
You
Oh, you too.
too.
Bye,
Take
you
care
guys.
now.
Good night, John Boy.
Bye, y'all.
I
Bye.
can't believe
All right.
we were on the call for an hour.
I know.
Bye.
That's
Bye.
awesome.
Power hour now, Kathy's power hour.